Assalamu alaikum, strong believers. This is Malik Pai, and inshallah today we're going to be talking about Prophet Saleh. We're about to go to sleep. It's a ritual in this house. Every time we go to sleep, right after dinner, or maybe at the dinner time, we talk about just some lessons learned, but the best way to learn the lessons are from the Quran. There's a lot of stories that are mentioned in the Quran, so I try my best to tell the stories to my kids, either at dinner time or at bedtime. And we have another great story today about Prophet Saleh. So if this is your first time being here on this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notification as I come up with different videos with my boys with stories of the prophets and other things as we learn Islam together. All right, let's do this, boys. You guys excited?
Yeah.
So we had Prophet Musa, are you excited? Yeah? All right. You're zoned out right now. All right, so we had Prophet Adam, then we had Prophet Sheeth, Idris. Who else we have covered?
Noah.
Prophet Noah's Ark. We all, it's a biblical story as well.
I think there's one more after that.
Yeah, who was that? That was the last?
Saleh?
No.
Prophet Saleh?
No. You guys always bring Saleh and Suleiman, and we haven't done those yet. Who did we talk about last time? Okay, I'm going to give you, there's a big, great, giant nation, tall people who are just building palaces and they didn't even live in it. They're just wasting their time.
It's about the people of Ad.
People of Ad, so, yes. And, Iram Dhatil Imad, right? So that nation was with lofty pillars, okay? التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had not created anything like this before, right? This is the great nation, huge, tall. People of Ad, and who was their prophet? Prophet Hud. Don't just name out the prophets, right? You gotta know. Prophet Hud, you remember that? That was the last one we did, okay? So to now, that nation is destroyed. How was that nation destroyed? Yes.
Because with Allah made this storm with wind and lots of wind, and they thought it was rain, but then it was getting dark clouds and it started raining so much and
so it was basically a storm came. It was like a hurricane, right? And it had fire in it, and it just destroyed it. Okay, and then for a number of days, it was just literally just the whole town was under this tornado, pretty much. Okay, so now we are talking about Prophet Saleh. I actually got a chance to go see the ruins of Prophet Saleh. Okay, and who was he sent to? Which nation?
The people of Ad.
No.
Saleh, I thought it was,
So Hud was sent on people of Ad.
and then,
Now you have the next prophet.
was it Thamud?
Yes, very good. And that's what the Quran says. Quran says, وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ أَصْحَابُ الْحِجْرِ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Allah is saying that the dwellers of Hijr is like a rocky tract, okay? They denied the messengers. How many messengers were sent to this nation who used to live in this, rocky tract? One. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that they denied the messengers. How's that? Only one was sent down to them. How did they deny all the messengers? They denied one. Why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying mursaleen? Mursaleen is plural of messengers.
Himself and the prophet.
No, what's up, Nikhil?
so maybe Prophet Muhammad went to
No, I know.
This is way before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
I know. It's really they said about other nations. They're mentioning.
So, okay, I'll tell you. In Islam, you have to believe in all prophets. So if you disbelieve in one, it is as if you disbelieved in all the prophets. Okay? So even though Prophet Saleh was sent to people of Thamud, there's one prophet, they denied one, but it is as if that they denied all the messengers. Okay? وَآتَيْنَاهُمْ آيَاتِنَا فَكَانُوا عَنْهَا مُعْرِضِينَ. And we gave them our signs, but from they were turning away. Just like other nations in the past as well. So this one is also setting up themselves for failure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them their sign and they keep on denying them. وَكَانُوا يَنْحِتُونَ مِنَ الْجِبَالِ بُيُوتًا آمِنِينَ. They used to carve from the mountains houses feeling secure. Feeling secure from what?
It's not people of Ad.
No, so they used to build tall buildings. These guys literally will just go and take a mountain and carve it out. So you know what I showed you, like basically the trip that I made to Jordan, current day Jordan or Urdun, and in there's a city called Petra, and in Petra there are ruins of Prophet Saleh, and the people of Thamud, the beautiful buildings and houses they used to build by just carving them out. Now they weren't tall people, but they used to carve out mountains and live inside the mountains, and big, like very beautiful architect. People of Ad used to be tall guys building nice tall buildings, which don't exist anymore because Allah totally destroyed them. Okay, but now but these people used to feel aminin. They used to feel secure. Secure from what?
Secure from punishments.
Punishment of Allah. They're like, look, fine. Previous nation, what was the Prophet Hud's punishment? Storm. Mountains are not going to be touched by storm. Let's go even before Prophet Nuh. What was he sent? Water, rain. That's not going to hurt these mountains. Earthquake, come on, bring it on. Nothing is going to affect them. So they used to feel secure because they're like, we are so powerful. We build these buildings. If any punishment of Allah comes, we're just going to go hide inside these houses that we have. Okay, so afa aminu makrallah, do they feel secure from the plan of Allah? Fala ya'manu makrallahi illa al-qawmul khasirun. Only the losers are the ones who can feel secure from the punishment of Allah. Because now we'll see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the punishment. Allah created the mountains. Allah created them. You think that they will be feeling secure from the punishment of Allah? Just, you know what? Why don't you just listen to Allah? Whatever He says, just do it. Okay? Hey, make sure you cover your mouth, Saudi, when you yawn. Okay? So wa ila Thamud akhahum Saleh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that to the people of Thamud we sent down who? Their brother? Saleh. Qala, he said, Ya qawmi ibudullaha ma lakum min ilahin ghayru. Oh my people, Ya qawmi, worship Allah. There's no God besides Him. Okay? Huwa ansha'akum min al-ardi wasta'marakum fiha wastaghfiruhu thumma tubu ilay inna rabbi qareebun mujib. So He has produced you from the earth and settled you in it. So ask what? What should forgiveness. That's the same thing that was a message from Prophet Hud, Prophet Nuh. So we should all learn a lesson from this, that we should be asking Allah for forgiveness. All the prophets are telling, look, we're all going to do wrong, but just ask for forgiveness, okay? So He has produced you from the earth. So ask forgiveness of Him and then repent to Him. Certainly my Lord is near and responsive. Allah's going to answer you, okay? So Prophet Saleh, he came from a noble family. All right. So now imagine like all your people, all the leaders, they're raising you. And then what's happening is while they're raising you, they're like, man, this guy right here is going to be our future leader. So they were grooming Prophet Saleh to be they're training him to be his leader. So there's a lot of expectations from Prophet. Who are we talking about? Saleh. And now Saleh, becomes a prophet. He sees the reality. He sees the signs of Allah. Allah makes him into a prophet. And now he goes and starts telling people to what? Ask forgiveness. Make sure you pray. Make sure you stop doing bad things. And they're like, we were going to make you a leader so you can make the economy better, create jobs, reduce the crime and all that good stuff. And now you're telling me all about this Lord and, Allah and pray and asking for forgiveness. What is this, right? قالوا, they said, Ya Salihu, قد كنت فينا مرجوا قبل هذا أتنهانا أن نعبد ما يعبد آباؤنا وإننا لفي شك مما تدعونا إليه مريب. So they're like, man, you were amongst a man of promise before this, so we had some high hopes of you. Are you going to stop us to worship, what our fathers used to worship? And certainly that message that you're bringing to us, we don't believe in that. We have doubt in it. Okay, so the disease that people have, they weren't willing to change it. But if you think about it right now too, guys, you have professors, engineers, scientists, right? Like let's say in Japan, they're talking logic, they're talking all the scientific stuff, things that make sense at work. But when they come home, they have no problem in putting their head to the ground to a snake or to an idol. right? They're worshiping idols, right? Or they will once a week they'll go in front of a statue and they'll worship that. But they're very smart people. But when it comes to religion, they just don't want to let go of something that, even if it's wrong, they'll say, we're going to continue doing whatever our parents used to do. So then, Prophet Saleh was like, okay, you know what? He tells his people, just tell me, like, how are you going to believe in me, right? So they're like, all right, we'll tell you what you should do. What do you think they asked him to do? Mikael. Okay, bring me proof. What's the proof?
Show us something that
Make us believe, right? Okay.
Bring down a punishment.
No.
They wanted
What were they good at?
carving, so they wanted to carve out a she-camel and bring it to life.
Right. Okay, so they're like, all right, you know what? We'll tell you. So they're like, all right, let's challenge this guy. Let's see what does he got? All right, you see that mountain right there? Now, they're good in carving. They can carve beautiful palaces, beautiful houses, but they can't bring it to life. So they challenge him, like, you know, let's just give him let's throw something at him, see if he can do it. So he's like, all right, see that mountain? Bring a camel out of it, a she-camel. That's what we want. He's like, okay, so he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, this was never done before. No nation was told or asked, go ahead, guys, tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. Then are you going to believe me? That was the first time that was happening. And I would say probably the last, okay? So they basically are like, you know, show us a miracle so we really believe in you. So what happens? Prophet Saleh asked for dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created these mountains. He can put life into it. He brings a camel. This camel is called in Arabic naqata. Okay, naqa is like the female camel. So they're like, oh, wa ya qawmi hadhihi naqatullah. This is the camel of Allah. So he tells his nation, hey, oh my people, this is the camel of Allah. Lakum, for you, ayatan, as a sign. فَذَرُوهَا تَأْكُلْ فِي أَرْضِ اللَّهِ وَلَا تَمَسُّوهَا بِالسُّوءٍ فَيَأْخُذَكُمْ عَذَابٌ قَرِيبٌ. So let this she-camel graze and eat, you know, freely, and do not touch it in an evil manner. Don't hurt it, okay? Otherwise, a very close punishment, a near punishment is going to come on you. So, what do you think they did? They used to, then this camel needs to live. So they assigned a day that, you know, one day you're going to drink water, one day it's going to be for people, okay? They just didn't like the idea that this camel can just roam freely on our land and just drink our water, right? They're living in the mountainous area. So they're like, all right, let's, you know what? Forget about touching it with evil. What do you think some people were planning to do? Kill it. So how many people were there? 7? 1? All right. When it comes to these numbers, we should never guess. If Allah tells us the number, take it. If He doesn't, don't guess it. So in this case, Allah actually tells us the number. He says, وَكَانَ فِي الْمَدِينَةِ تِسْعَةُ رَهْطٍ. What does tis'a mean?
Seven.
No, that's sab'a, man.
Wow.
واحد اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية تسعة.
9.
Okay, 9. وكان في تسعة رهط يفسدون في الأرض ولا يصلحون. So there were in the city 9 family heads. Okay, these are the leaders, causing corruption in the land, and they were not amending they weren't making their affairs be, they weren't doing good things. Okay, so out of the whole nation, how many people planned? 9. How many people made the move to kill this camel?
8.
At the end, it's just one guy, right? Who's gonna? 9 of them. They're like, look, if all of us get together and we kill this camel, who's gonna mess with us? We're the leaders, right? So 9 of them got together. They planned this out. But remember, they used to feel secure from the plan of Allah, and now they're planning. So another surah. Let's see what happens. كذب ثمود بطغواها. The Thamud denied their prophet by reason of their transgression. إِذِمْ بَعَثَ أَشْقَاهَا. When the most wretched of them was sent forth. فَقَالَ لَهُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. Their messenger said to them, نَاقَةَ اللَّهِ وَسُقِيَاهَا. This is the camel of Allah, let her drink. Don't prevent her from drinking. فَكَذَّبُوهُ فَعَقَرُوهَا. So they denied him. فَعَقَرُوهَا. They hamstrung her. So basically, you take the knee and just hit it hard, and then you just fall down. That's hamstrung. Remember, this is the miracle of Allah. And they take it and they break his, basically hamstrung her, broke her knee. She falls down, and then so I'm assuming it was the one guy who made the move. 9 people planned it. How many people got destroyed? The whole nation. Okay. فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنْبِهِمْ فَسَوَّاهَا. And so their Lord brought down upon them destruction for their sin and made it equal upon all of them. So فَعَقَرُوا. So in another ayah, فَعَقَرُوا نَاقَةَ وَعَتَوْا عَنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّهِمْ وَقَالُوا يَا صَالِحُ ائْتِنَا بِمَا تَعِدُنَا إِن كُنْتَ مِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. So then later on in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us that they hamstrung the she-camel and were disrespectful towards the commands of their Lord. And then you know what they said? The same thing that people of Hud said. What did they say? Bring the punishment. Oh Saleh, bring us what you promised us if you are one of the messengers. So we dare you to bring it. Okay. So how do you think they were what do you call it? They died.
I know. They blocked the sound wave.
Yes. Okay. So basically, an awful cry came to them. A sound wave. It's kind of like a microwave, right? Like you put something. Microwaves can go through your pots and can go inside the food and heat it up, right? So it's waves, sound waves. Waves came and they basically destroyed the people of what? Thamud. Okay.
Did it also destroy all the carvings and everything?
Yeah. So when I went. So now here's the thing. I might be at fault as well. So I did go there and I took some pictures. But Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that once he passed by the ruins of Thamud and he told people, don't even drink from it. Don't even drink their water. This is where the punishment of Allah came down. If anything, you should let your animals drink water from it. But don't use the water for cooking or eating from it or drinking it or drinking from water, because there's punishment of Allah over here. If you're going to go and travel, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to travel and go and see what happened to the other nations. When you go there, you should feel, that man, there was a whole thriving nation that used to live here, and now they're dead. Why? Because they did not listen to Allah. So we should also be listening to Allah. You should be going and visiting these places, not taking selfies and stuff, but actually getting, some lessons from it. So yes, when I went, I saw it, and it was beautiful building, beautiful palaces, and how at that time they carved it out. They didn't even have the tools that we have in these days. Beautiful structures, right? Allah gave them that, but because of that strength that they had, they started getting arrogant, and they're like, we're going to feel secure in here. Allah's punishment is not going to come. They get a prophet, they see a miracle with their own eyes, but even after that, they don't believe, and they denied one messenger, but it is as if they denied all the messengers, and they didn't take the lesson. So because of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down punishment. But the biggest lesson, boys, that I get from this is that, so let me finish the story. Basically, fatawalla anhum. So Prophet Saleh came back to them, right? And he came and he said, لَقَدْ أَبْلَغْتُكُمْ رِسَالَةَ رَبِّي وَنَصَحْتُ لَكُمْ وَلَكِنْ لَا تُحِبُّ النَّاصِحِينَ. I gave you advice, right? And I told you, about my what's it called, about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I gave, I basically gave you da'wah, but you guys don't like the ones who give advice. So when somebody's giving you advice, listen to them. So yes, Prophet Saleh and his people left the town. Punishment came, and he comes back, and he wants to make a point that, look, I've done my job. A prophet's job is to make sure you give the message. That is our job as well. Make sure we convey the message to people around us. One of the best ways to convey the message is through our action. When they see Muslims doing good things, they're like, I want to be like a Muslim. And of course, you have to talk to them as well and tell them what you're doing is wrong. Come and become a Muslim. But but we know what happened at the end. But boys, the biggest lesson here is even if you're not doing it, the bad thing, but if you're not stopping the wrong, you're also at fault. Saladin, you had a question?
What about the camel? Did he also get destroyed by the?
It was already killed.
Oh, I thought they just hit the leg and it fell.
No, and then they killed it.
Oh.
Okay, and then the punishment came. So, but the key is, 9 people planned it out. One person kills the camel, the whole nation gets destroyed. And all the people around them, they could be like, we weren't doing anything wrong. No.
But what if they didn't know it was happening?
So
With the 9 people.
there's a lot of people around they didn't, of course, they might not have believed in Prophet Saleh, but the fact that they could, no, it's a small world, guys. I mean, they had the town is not super big. It is a pretty big area, but compared to our town, it will be like 5-6 blocks at the most. Okay, so news gets around. They know that there's a prophet, and prophet has done his job. He went around house to house telling people about Islam. They saw the miracle in front of their own eyes. The whole town must have saw the whole miracle, okay, coming out, and they still didn't believe. But then when this whole killing thing is happening, it must have been planned out, because a leader is deciding to do it, and then they do this together. One person kills it. Nobody stops them. And they're the ones who must have picked their leaders as well. So the key is, yes, there are times where you could be living in a bubble and not know what's going around you. Let's leave that up to Allah, how He decides with those people. But if you and I are seeing things happening around us and they're wrong, and we don't stop them, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends down punishment and to the bad people, and we get punished with it, we were at fault because we did not stop the ones. It's not just fine to just sit at home, read Quran, memorize, and pray. You need to make sure that you're part of the society. So help out doing good things in the society, and make sure you tell other people to stop doing bad things. So that was the story of Prophet Saleh. I'm sure that you must have learned something. Anything that you want to add or ask, make sure you comment below. Once again, a reminder, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so and hit the bell icon. This is Malik Pai. Stay strong, stay positive, and we'll see you another day, another time, hopefully for another bedtime story about another prophet or anything about Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa